Listen closely. There is a presence moving toward you, not a stranger, not a threat, but a silent force shaped in the form of a tall man, an ancient symbol in wisdom traditions, a messenger of mastery, a reflection of your highest self. And he is almost here. In today's message, we will explore the meaning behind this symbol, the tall man, not as an external figure, but as a mirror of what you are growing into. We will uncover why ancient Shaolin teachings speak of height, not in body, but in virtue, vision, and spiritual frequency. You will learn why this arrival is less about who is coming and more about who you're becoming. Many speak of destiny as something that enters without warning, but in truth, destiny leaves signs. If your eyes are clear, you will notice them. If your mind is calm, you will hear them. Throughout this video, you will discover the subtle callings that often go unnoticed, the quiet shifts in energy, the inner stirrings, the dreams and intuitions that tell you transformation is at the doorstep. Stay till the end, and you will understand not only who the tall man represents, but how to rise to meet him. The answer, as always, rests in your readiness. Welcome to Shaolin Soulfire. If this path of inner mastery and awakening speaks to you, subscribe and walk with us. Your journey is only beginning. A warrior does not wait for the storm to pass. He becomes the shelter. In Shaolin teachings, readiness is not a reaction. It is a way of life. You do not sit and hope things will work out. You align yourself so deeply with your inner power that whatever comes, you are not shaken, only awakened. This is the first lesson of true preparedness. Act before the call. Move before the moment. Strengthen before the challenge. When the ancients trained, they did not ask when the test would arrive. They became the answer ahead of time. The body was sharpened through movement and stillness. The breath was disciplined, not as a reflex, but as a gateway to energy. And the mind was cultivated like a garden, free of weeds that choke clarity, free of noise that blinds intuition. The wise do not wait passively for the tall man or any form of destiny to arrive. They prepare themselves as vessels, not empty, but purified and filled with intention. A vessel that is weak might break when filled. A vessel that is ready will overflow with purpose. The Shaolin path teaches that readiness is a harmony. Physical strength without a calm mind is imbalance. Mental clarity without a disciplined body is incomplete. Breath, thought, movement, they must dance together. That is readiness. That is how you meet the unexpected with grace instead of fear. If you stand firm inside, no outer change can break you. It can only reveal your inner training. Stay attentive. The tall one comes not when you're watching, but when you're ready. Before a mountain rises above the earth, its foundation digs deep into the unseen. Inner posture before outer power. This is a teaching often overlooked by those seeking greatness too quickly. In the eyes of the ancient masters, standing tall has nothing to do with the body first. It begins in the unseen world of the heart and mind. A person may reach great heights in status, fame, or physical ability. But if the inner spine, the core values, thoughts, and discipline is weak, any wind of challenge will bend them or worse, break them. Height is not measured in footsteps, it's measured in alignment. The true tall ones of history were not the loudest or the most physically imposing. They were the ones with an unshakable inner axis, a centered presence. They spoke less, but their words echoed for centuries. Why? Because they stood tall inside first. Their posture was built from honesty with themselves. Their thoughts stood upright, free from the slouching weight of fear, guilt, or falsehood. Ancient Shaolin monks believed the spine carries more than the body. It carries the past, the future, the soul's direction. They trained the body to express the mind. They trained the mind to serve the soul. And from this harmony, true height emerged, not as dominance, but as quiet power. To meet a higher presence, a guide, a new version of yourself, or destiny itself, you must first stretch upward within, straighten your intentions, elevate your thinking, strengthen your values, become worthy of the energy you wish to stand beside. The real ascent begins in silence, in self-honesty, in the moments when no one is watching. Stand tall inwardly, and the outer world will rise to meet you. There is a kind of arrival that makes no sound, yet shifts everything. Mastery doesn't announce itself. It does not need fanfare or applause. It enters quietly like a breeze before dawn, like the warm presence of a teacher who doesn't need to speak, because their very being teaches. In ancient halls, the monks knew that the true master's power was not in his voice, but in his silence. His steps did not disturb the earth, but his presence awakened the room. You cannot summon mastery through wishing or waiting. You grow into it through discipline, through daily alignment, through private battles, one when no one is watching. Just as a tree does not reach upward by pulling the sky closer, it roots deeper first. That is how height is met. Too many seek greatness as if it were a gift waiting to be delivered. But the old wisdom speaks otherwise. True mastery is not something you attract. It is something you evolve into, a state of being, a vibrational level reached through patience, stillness, clarity, and self-honoring practices. The silent arrival of mastery often feels like nothing at first, a small shift in how you respond to chaos, a quieter voice inside the mind, a sudden peace where there used to be fear. That is when you recognize the tall man is not always an external guide, but the matured version of yourself walking forward from within. You don't chase mastery, you clear the space for it. You strengthen your vessel, you polish your intention. When the moment is right, when your inner frequency matches the height you seek, mastery enters, not with sound, but with presence. Silently, completely. Stillness is often misunderstood. Many think it means pausing, freezing, doing nothing. But in Shaolin wisdom, stillness is not the absence of movement. It is movement held in perfect awareness. It is the body poised, the breath anchored, and the mind observing without reacting. This kind of stillness has power. It is like the stretched bow before the arrow is released, filled with quiet tension and readiness. The posture of a person reveals what they carry inside. A slouched body often reflects a burdened mind. A restless stance reveals a restless spirit. In contrast, a grounded posture signals an anchored soul. It's not about appearing strong, it's about being aligned so that your energy flows without resistance. In Shaolin training, monks are taught to stand for long periods, not as punishment, but as a way of mastering presence. The body learns to hold still, the breath learns to flow, the mind learns to settle. And in that space, awareness sharpens. You feel the energy within you, you sense the energy around you. This is how a tall man, a being of higher awareness, recognizes you through the resonance of your stillness. A chaotic inner world repels connection. When your thoughts are loud, when your emotions are wild, the energy you project becomes scattered. But when you cultivate stillness with posture and breath, your field becomes clear, strong, inviting. You are no longer broadcasting turmoil, you are transmitting presence. Posture is not only body, it's a declaration of your state. Stillness is not silence, it's focus held in peace. The tall ones, be they mentors, moments, or destinies, are not drawn to noise. They respond to alignment. The eyes can only see what the mind allows. When anticipation fills the air, many look outward, searching for the sign, the person, the moment that will change everything. Yet one of the oldest lessons of inner mastery reminds us it's not only about what is coming toward you, it's about how clearly you can see it when it arrives. Mindfulness is the lens through which you sharpen perception. Like polishing a mirror, it clears away the dust of anxiety, the fog of overthinking, the shadows of fear. Without this clarity, even the most powerful opportunities or guides can stand before you, but you will not recognize them. Shaolin teachings treat mindfulness not as a luxury, but as a survival skill. In ancient times, a warrior who could not see clearly, even for a moment, risked everything. Today, the danger is not physical but internal. Noise from the mind distracts. Old memories distort. Fear bends the truth. When you take a moment to breathe, to truly be present, all that noise begins to lose power. You stop reacting to imagined threats. You stop reaching for what is not yet here. You simply see. And in that seeing, you gain wisdom. The tall man is not only an arrival, it is a a reflection of heightened awareness, yet without mindfulness his presence would pass unnoticed, like a whisper in a storm. Clarity is not given, it is cultivated, one breath at a time, one thought observed and released, one moment returned to the now. As perception sharpens, life stops feeling like chaos. Instead, it becomes a dialogue, a flow between inner truth and outer reality. Mindfulness is how you hear the message before it is spoken. There is a unique form of waiting taught in Shaolin, a waiting that moves, a stillness that works. To the untrained, waiting feels passive, like standing in place, watching the clock, hoping for change to arrive. But in ancient wisdom, waiting is never about the passage of time. It is about who you become during the time. A master may appear patient, but beneath the surface, he is in motion, even in stillness. He sharpens his tools, even when they are not yet needed. He trains his breath, even when no battle is near. This is the principle of waiting without waiting. In the monastery, monks sweep the courtyard even when there is no dust. They train their kicks in empty fields. They meditate at the break of dawn, not because someone is watching, but because these acts are offerings to readiness itself. They do not wait for life to summon them, they shape themselves for life. The modern mind often confuses waiting with delay, with stagnation, but in Shaolin, patience is active. It is the hidden discipline that prepares the body when no one speaks of danger and aligns the spirit long before destiny arrives. The one who waits without waiting does not seek signs. He becomes one. When the tall man arrives, when the calling is made, or when the moment opens, a master does not scramble. He simply steps forward, because his preparation has already met the moment. Waiting is not about idle hands. It is about a ready heart, a steady breath, a sharpened inner sword. A master does not rush. He does not stall. He waits as if the moment could arrive at any breath, and so he is always ready when it does. Energy speaks before words do. In the ancient temples, monks were taught that everything, people, moments, even destiny, responds not to what you say, but to the vibration you carry. The tall man isn't just a guide walking toward you. It is a reflection of your current state. If your energy is low, clouded by doubt or fear, you will not see him. If your inner world is heavy, the invitation is never sent. You do not summon higher presence by calling out. You become a signal for it by rising within yourself. Breath is the first key, not shallow or rushed, but deep and conscious. Inhale clarity, exhale the noise. The breath harmonizes the body and mind, shifting the inner current from chaos to calm. The second key is discipline, daily acts that refine your life into alignment. Wake with purpose, speak with intention, move with presence. These are not rules, they are signals. The third key is emotional regulation. There is power in silence, not suppression. When emotions rise, hold them with awareness, so they pass through, not overtake. A steady heart emits a frequency of balance, and that balance calls forth the right guides, the right paths, the right moments. The tall ones, those of higher purpose and wisdom, can sense the field around you. If your frequency is scattered, their presence drifts past. But when your energy stands tall, quiet, clear, intentional, you become a beacon, not desperate but resolved, not perfect but aligned. Your energy is not just how you feel, it is your introduction, your calling card, your true invitation to what is coming. Rise in frequency, and what you seek will rise to meet you. Greatness never enters a heart weighed down by doubt. The ancients taught that the mind carries the size of the soul. When you cling to insecurity, to fear, to the opinions that do not serve you, you shrink yourself. The tall man, the presence of higher wisdom, of opportunity, of transformation, cannot touch a spirit that folds in on itself. It passes by, leaving only echoes of what could have been. Shaolin wisdom calls for release, not in dramatic gestures, but in quiet, steady letting go. Let go of the small voice that whispers you are not enough. Let go of comparisons that measure you against illusions. Let go of regrets and fears that chain your heart to the past. Each release expands the inner space, like clearing stones from a path. so that what is meant for you can arrive unblocked. Disciplined reflection is the tool of this liberation. The monks would sit for hours, observing their thoughts without judgment, noticing the tension that kept them contracted. With each breath, they softened into awareness, untangling the knots of self-doubt. In stillness, they learned that clinging is a choice, and freedom begins with conscious release. To meet greatness, you must rise to meet it, and rising requires courage. The courage to abandon what shrinks you, even when it feels familiar. The moment you do, the field shifts. Your posture expands, your energy clears, and the path before you opens. Smallness is not weakness, it is a habit. And every habit can be dissolved in practice, in mindfulness, in the calm insistence of inner work. The tall man waits for no hesitation, no lingering doubt. He responds to readiness. Release what shrinks you and step fully into the space where greatness can finally find you. Every path toward mastery carries a test. Often it is quiet, subtle, and easily overlooked. The Shaolin masters called this the test of readiness, not measured by feats of strength, but by the stillness of the heart and the clarity of the mind. Before wisdom arrives, before guidance comes, life presents challenges that reveal whether you are truly prepared to receive it. Grounding is the first measure. Are your thoughts rooted, or do they drift like leaves in the wind? Are your emotions steady, or do they pull you into reaction? In the silent hours, those moments when no one watches, when the world sleeps, you are forging the strength that will answer the call of destiny. A shallow mind and an unsettled spirit will falter. A grounded presence, even in calm and in storm, will recognize opportunity and rise to meet it. The test is rarely dramatic. It is found in routine, in patience, in small acts that require discipline. The monk who sweeps the floor, who practices breath and posture in solitude, who faces inner resistance with courage, he is the one who passes when the moment arrives. The tall man does not bend to chaos. He senses readiness. If you have prepared in silence, the test is already behind you. If not, the arrival may pass like a shadow across the morning sun. Every challenge, every quiet trial is a mirror. It shows what has been cultivated inside, and in this cultivation lies the answer to whether you will meet destiny with clarity, poise, and presence, or stumble under its weight. The Shaolin test is simple in form, yet profound in meaning. Your silent hours reveal the depth of your readiness. What you build when no one is watching determines how you will stand when everything finally moves toward you. The highest lessons are never given, they are realized. At first, the tall man seems distant, a presence moving toward you, carrying wisdom, height, and purpose. Many wait for this arrival as if it is a gift to be received. But the ultimate teaching of Shaolin and the masters of old is clear. The purpose is not dependency, the purpose is transformation. The journey is not about standing beneath someone else's shadow, but learning to cast your own. Every lesson, every moment of readiness, every silent hour of discipline guides you toward this understanding. You begin to see that the tall man is more than a visitor. He is a reflection, a mirror of what has been quietly cultivated within you. Strength, clarity, balance, presence, they are not borrowed, they are grown. In the practice halls, monks would observe this truth daily. They would rise before dawn, breathe, train, meditate, and refine their minds and bodies. At first, they sought the teacher's guidance, the path of another. Over time, they realized the teacher was never outside. They were learning to become the teacher themselves. Every step of mastery is an inward ascent, turning outward only when it has been rooted deeply inside. To become the tall one is to embody readiness, alignment, and elevated energy. It is to stand firm in your posture, calm in your mind, and clear in your purpose. The arrival of guidance or opportunity is no longer a summons, it is recognition. Recognition that you have grown into the presence you once sought. The tall man is not only approaching, he rises from the work you have done, the patience you have practiced, and the self-mastery you have claimed. In this emergence, the external and internal converge. You are no longer waiting. You are already standing tall. The journey of the tall man is not about someone arriving outside of you, it is about what is rising within. Every lesson we explored, from readiness and posture to mindfulness, energy and self-mastery, points to a single truth. The power to meet higher awareness, wisdom and strength has always been cultivated within. Shaolin philosophy reminds us that preparation is internal. Mastery grows quietly, in the hours when no one is watching. Alignment is the magnet that draws the right moments, the right guides, and the right opportunities into your life. Each breath, each mindful action, each act of letting go shapes the presence you carry. Take these teachings into your daily life. Stand tall in thought, heart, and action. Practice stillness, nurture your energy, and release what no longer serves you. In doing so, you are not waiting for transformation, you are becoming it. The tall man is on his way, but more importantly, the tall one is emerging from within you. Meet each day with awareness and intention, and let your inner height guide every step. If this message resonates, support the path of inner mastery by liking this video and subscribing to Shaolin Soulfire. Let us continue this journey together, walking in calm, presence, and quiet strength.